It's the Cornerman Radio. We live with Barzini and Boxingeye. We're going to discuss 154 Junior Middleweight Tournament. This is one of the high elite skill fighters. Oh my God, this is about to be lit. The best, one of the best division in boxing right now. The Junior Middleweight Tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it. Round one. Jarrett Hurd versus Austin Trout. What's your take on it, Boxingeye?
So Jarrett Hurd versus Trout, the fight that's already made. Yeah, I got Jarrett Hurd, man. We had him on the show. I feel like it's going to be a tough fight for him because Austin Trout can definitely box around him and use movement. But we've seen Austin Trout isn't like a Lara, you know what I mean? You can't catch him to the body. Canelo showed that. So as long as Jarrett Hurd sticks to the game plan, he's got the size, he's got the power, he's got the ability to break down Austin Trout. I don't think he can get him out of there, but I believe that his harder shots will be effective enough for him to win enough rounds on the judges' scoring, on the judges' cards. And I see like a 7-5, 8-4, and Jarrett Hurd gets the biggest win of his career and solidifies himself with that fight. And he'll move on to the next round.
All right. Well, I believe Jarrett Hurd is going to be the first fighter to knock out Austin Trout. I feel like Austin Trout is a good contender, but I feel like Jarrett Hurd is going to knock him out, man. Trout got a chin problem. We have seen him get dropped by lesser fighters. Jarrett Hurd has been knocking out everybody, from Frank Galarza, undefeated, Tony Harrison, JoJo Dan. Man, this boy Jarrett Hurd is having a killer resume right now, and he's going to beat Austin Trout in a better fashion than Lara and Canelo. So I can't wait. You know what I mean? I can't wait. But we got Jarrett Hurd in the next round. Second fight, Jermell Charlo versus Erickson Lubin. What's your take on it?
Man, the Charlo brothers are a hot commodity right now. It's crazy. We got the Klitschko brothers have now officially retired, and you got the new brothers in town, man, the Charlo brothers, the twins. And Jermell, he's gotten, since he's changed trainers, and he's with Errol Spence guy, Derek James, he's been able to take his opponents out and finish them. And he had a great comeback win versus John Jackson. I thought he was down on the cards, but who cares? He put him away. Disposed of Charles Hatley like I predicted, like most predicted. And I believe that Erickson Lubin is taking 3 steps up when he should. You're supposed to climb you just don't jump like that. But some are able to do it. Maybe some believe in Lubin. I'm not going to say he can or can't. I just believe more in Jermell's ability. Lubin looks like the goods. You know, everybody's seen him when he fought on Errol Spence and Bundu's undercard, and he had that explosive knockout. He's a good young fighter, but he might be falling into that J-Rock trap. And, you know, these Charlo brothers are dangerous, man. It's a lion trap, man. And I feel like the lion's going to eat. And I got Jermell going into the next round. And I feel like he'll no matter what, he's going to figure out Lubin. No matter what, I feel like experience is going to play the factor. These Charlo brothers been groomed. He got more experience. He beats Lubin in the decision. Maybe wears him out. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jermell Charlo versus Erickson Lubin, man. I really don't know about Lubin as much as everybody else do. He's been fighting less competition. He's from Florida. He's He's been knocking out everybody. I like what this man has been doing, but it's a 50-50 fight because I really don't know about Lubin. If I had a gun to my head, I would have to pick Jermell Charlo because he's proven. With Gabe Rosado, Vanz Martirosyan, the John Jackson, the Charles Hatley, like he's been proven. So I have to pick Jermell Charlo in a gun to my head. But I really don't know who's going to win this fight. We're just doing a tournament with 16 fighters, so we have to pick somebody. We have to pick a winner. So I'm going to just lead to Jermell Charlo. But y'all know I don't really don't take my word for this fight. I don't really know who's going to win this fight. I'm just picking somebody to pick somebody so we can get on with this tournament. But the next fight on the tournament radio with Barzini and Boxingeye, Erislandy Lara versus Terrell Gausha. What's your take on it?
This one should be real easy for Lara. I mean, I know Gausha, he's gonna be excited for this fight. He's gonna train his hardest. He's gonna look at it like, wow, opportunity of a lifetime. But at the same time, all the fights I've seen of his, he's been coming up under Al Heyman, under the PBC banner, and the 2012 Olympian, and he just hasn't stuck out to me as that good. Like, there's certain fighters that you watch, and you're like, damn, they leave an impression on you. His impression has been average. Like, I don't see a world champion. And he going against one of the best 154-pounders in the past decade. I mean, Lara is incredible. I mean, the way he could just circle you and, you can't touch him. Unless Lara gets old overnight, I don't see how he loses this. This is a pretty easy one, the slam dunk. I'm picking Lara. But we've seen bigger shockers, you know what I'm saying? It's boxing. So, but Lara for me.
Lara and Gausha, man, Cuba versus America. Terrell is undefeated. Like you said, he fought in the Olympics. I like what Terrell is doing because he's fighting Lara. A lot of people, when they got that undefeated record, haven't been proven. They want to fight the Jermells, the Jarrett Hurds, the Andrade. They don't want to go straight to Lara. So we got to respect Terrell for that. But Lara is going to outbox him. I don't know for how many rounds because I really don't know too much on Terrell Gausha. I know he's ranked in the WBA number 8. Lara should be fighting Andrade, point blank, period. But I got Lara winning this really easy, man. Maybe Terrell might give him a competitive fight. I don't know. I really don't know.
I think he might be able to go the distance. I'll give him that. He might be able to go the distance. He's an Olympian.
Well, I don't see Lara knocking out anybody out. I don't see that happening. But let's move on. It's the Tournament Radio with Barzini and Boxingeye. The next fight, Demetrius Andrade versus Brian Castano. Man, this fight is huge. Well, huge in a way where if Andrade fights this undefeated Argentina fighter with super hooks into the body, undefeated Marcus Maidana fighter, man. He's ranked number 1 in the WBA. He's Demetrius Andrade's mandatory. If Andrade or Andre fights Brian right now, like that would be showing balls because he went to Germany and beat Jack Kuklay. Now going to Argentina and fight his mandatory number 1 ranked in the WBA, Brian. Wow. I want to see. I definitely want to see this fight. I want to see if Andrade can last 12 rounds with Brian. I think Andrade will win this fight, but I would like to see for myself that if Andrade can take his power. What's your take on it?
Well, I was like, Brian who? And then you sent me the link of his fight with Michael Soro, who's trained by Abel Sanchez. And Soro is a pretty good fighter, man. He's got tools. He's got a good jab. And I seen that he was able to be somewhat effective with the jab. Now, Brian Castano, the 14-0, 10 knockouts from Argentina guy, it rips the left hook to the body good. I mean, you can't count. From what I've seen, he's definitely a gamer. Like, he's in there. He's trying to win. He's going for you. He's coming at you. You know what I'm saying? He got a good motor. I mean, he gassed out a little bit in that Soro fight. From what he sent me, it's on YouTube because more than likely most of our listeners probably not gonna know who this guy is, Brian Castano. But to me, Demetrius Andrade, 6'1", rangy, southpaw, who got a nice jab. And from what I've seen from Castano, I don't think he's gonna be able to figure out how to get by Andrade's jab. I'll give him a slight chance though because he's rugged and rough, Argentina style. And but I just think Andrade's got too many skills, man. And I will bet Andrade beats this guy 99 out of 100 times. So I'm not going to pick him, slim chance. So I got to go with my boy, Boo Boo, moving on.
Well, the last thing I want to say on this fight, if Andre beats Brian, I think the WBA will force Lara and Andre to fight because I seen the WBA did something like that in the light heavyweight division. So if Andre can beat Brian right now, we will probably get to see our favorite top 5 fight with Lara and Andre. So I can't wait. But let's move on. The next fight, Liam Smith versus Liam Williams in the rematch. What's your take on it?
Still gonna go with Liam Smith, man. He's coming off a loss against Canelo, but he didn't do too bad in there. He got stopped, but at least to me, I'm pretty sure he's gained some confidence and experience in that big of a fight. He's he carries his head high like a world champion, so he's an ex-world champ. And I think he'll be able to get by Liam Williams. And, that's pretty much all I got on that one. I believe that, Liam Williams, how'd their first fight go?
It was a TKO. They stopped the fight.
Yeah, I can't even lie, man. I don't remember. I remember hearing about it. Maybe I caught some clips, but I guess I just go with Liam Smith repeating what he did in the first time. I gotta go catch that on the rewind.
Yeah, I got Liam Smith winning this fight. I'm not too sure. More UK fans can let us know who they really think can win this fight. We need to do more research on these guys. I don't know. I'm just gonna pick Liam Smith. Gun to my head, pick Liam Smith.
Yeah, it's not like we're getting these guys in America. I only seen Liam Smith when he fought Canelo, and before he fought Canelo, I think I watched a couple of his fights just to see, just to study up on him. But Liam Williams never been on American television. So.
Right. Next round, next fight, Julian Williams versus Tony Harrison. Detroit versus Philadelphia. Woo! I've been calling for this fight. Me and Boxingeye, we said it first. We've been promoting this fight. I always wanted to see this fight. I wanted to see Julian Williams fought Tony Harrison before he fought Jermell. At least to fight a top contender before he fought Jermell Charlo. I didn't get my wish. I didn't get my hope. So now they're fighting sometime in October. And I got to rock with my city, Philly, the Bull Julian Williams, J-Rock. I got him winning this fight. But I love this fight. Respect to Tony Harrison. That dude can box his ass off. and he ain't afraid to fight no one. What's your take on this fight?
Yeah, man. I mean, like J-Rock, he came on our show, and I was like, man, be careful. You go to the zoo, you stumble in the lion's den, and he got chewed up, man. And luckily he got spit out before, he really could get swallowed by this game. But that's the thing. Now Tony Harrison, we know both these guys got skill. They got B to B plus levels. They got real skill. This is a hardcore fans fun fight. This is a real fun fight. But we seen Tony Harrison lose to Willie Nelson and Tony Harrison and Jarrett Hurd. But they're two. All right, Willie Nelson pretty tall, lanky. Jarrett Hurd big and strong. They broke him down. We know Harrison can gas out. So J-Rock, he's a smart guy. He gonna try to pressure him. We just don't know. J-Rock looked good in his last fight, but we're gonna find out. He's stepping up again. You know what I mean? This is a high-level boxing match. It's going to be fun. And Tony's got to figure out, I got to train my ass off for this fight. I got to be ready for all, hopefully it's a 12-round fight. Might be a 10-round fight. You don't know. You know what I mean? It's not a championship fight. A 10-round fight might favor Tony Harrison. He got to stick. That motherfucker got to stick, against anybody. He can jab. That dude got one of the best jab 1-2s. And J-Rock's the guy who likes to figure you out, get on the inside because he's a better inside fighter. You know what I mean? He's a little more craftier on the inside. So if Harrison's able to keep the range, he can easily win this fight. But I think J-Rock's going to be able to follow the game plan. He's not going. He tasted defeat. I think it was real sour for him. He had talked a lot. He wanted that fight. So he got a lot to prove, man, and I believe that J-Rock one day can possibly be a world champion again. So I'm gonna go with J-Rock, but you better be careful, man. Tony Harrison could easily win a fucking decision. But I'm gonna pick J-Rock.
All right, next fight: Kell Brook versus James Kirkland. I love this fucking fight, bro. This is what boxing needs. This fight to happen November or December. My second favorite fighter, Kell Brook versus James Kirkland, the Mandingo Warrior. Woo! Special K, the special one, man. I love this fight. The first fight of Kell Brook fighting at the 154 division. I love this shit, man. I love Kirkland too, man. It's going to be tricky who you gonna favor in this fight. You're going to favor skill, what Kell Brook displays, or you're going to favor James Kirkland with his knockout power. Now, I believe Kell Brook can win this fight. I really believe that because Kirkland hasn't fought in 2 years, and if he fights him in November or December, it's going to be 2 years and a half since he fought his last fight in Canelo in May of 2015. So that's 2 years and a half he hasn't fought. Now, his last fight before Canelo was Glenn Tapia, and that was 2 years ago. Before that was 2013. So I have to favor Kell Brook because James Kirkland is fighting every 2 years or 2 years and a half. But I love this fight. I hope Eddie Hearn can make this fight happen. This is $1 million fight. They bring Kirkland to the UK. He's going to get paid. Kell Brook, he's going to prove that he can fight these 154 contenders, and it will bring him back to a good light to the boxing fans who's been doubting it. What's your take on it?
It's an interesting matchup. Kell Brook, he's got similar speed as Canelo. Pretty much they're both as sharp when it comes to 1-2, 1-2-3. You know what I mean? But he's just a little bit less stronger than Canelo. He's strong though for 147. So, but Kirkland is a bear at 154. So Kirkland's gonna be trying to press him, mush him into the corner, mush him against the ropes, wear him down that way. But at the same time, Kirkland will start to wear out. So if Kell Brook can weather that early storm from Kirkland, which I believe he can, and then boom, pop out of that storm. The sun's coming out, and now he's using his jab, pop, 1-2, and I think he could outbox Kirkland. And I believe that would be such an intriguing fight because I think Kirkland will win the first half of the fight, but I think he will fade late, and Brook will just start landing uppercuts and being real sharp on him and just start teeing off on him. As long as Brook's got his stamina, and I believe he would at 154, he might fit right in that weight class. We haven't seen him at 154, so maybe this might be a good weight class for him. So I believe Brook is the sharper fighter as long as he stays away from the bear early or just doesn't take too much punishment early. He should win that fight.
All right,
you got to play defense early.
Yeah, let's move on. Next fight, Vanz Martirosyan versus Ishe Smith rematch. The WBC ordered this fight for a title eliminator. I got Vanz winning this fight in a decision. That's all I got. Ishe Smith ain't winning this fight at all and ain't winning any more 154 top contender fights. What's your take on it?
Yeah, man, I got a lot of respect for Ishe, man. He's an ex-world champion, but I just don't think, this 154 division is pretty stacked deep with talent. And Vanz is a tough out. I don't see him beating Vanz either. I got Vanz just being able to, go 12 rounds, 8-4. You got to give Ishe some rounds because he is crafty and smart in there. He's just a little old, man. That's what it is. He's not there anymore. It's a young man's division. So I got Vanz.
All right, we just got done the first round in 8 fights with 16 fighters. Round 2 now of this 154 tournament. The next fight, Jarrett Hurd versus Jermell Charlo. What's your take on this fight? Unification, IBF, WBC. Let me know, Boxingeye.
Yeah, now it gets good, man. Now it's styles make fights. Because if Hurd, I believe if Hurd was fighting Andrade, I might have a different. But he's fighting Jermell, and Jermell is very sharp, man, and he's only getting sharper each and every fight. Of course, Hurd is going to have to get a knot. I believe he's going to have to really get to that chin to win this fight because Jermell is the better boxer. He's the quicker fighter. Hurd's going to be coming forward. Jermell's going to be countering, countering, spinning, countering, boom, boom, just moving. I think Jermell will be a little too much. Maybe Hurd will have a moment if he can rock Jermell, but Jermell's chin, we really, I haven't seen him hurt, he was touched up in the John Jackson fight, but nothing crazy. You've always got to give Hurd a chance because he's a huge 154-pounder. But I just see Jermell being able to box him and beat him. Not as easy as he did Rosado, but something similar to that. So I'm going to go Jermell, moving on.
Well,
and Hurd's one of my favorites, and you know that.
Yeah, we finally get to see a unification. We haven't seen a unification in the 154 division since 2013 when Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo Alvarez. So I can't fucking wait. I know this fight won't happen till 2018, that will be at least 5 years since we've seen a unification in the 154 division. Whew, this is a 50-50 fight, man. I've said numerous times Jermell would have won this fight, but I'm slightly, I don't know, man. I really don't know who's going to win this fight. Jarrett Hurd has been impressing me, and when he came on that show, he's talking the shit I like to hear. So, man.
I think Andrade's the better matchup for him. If Hurd was fighting Andrade, because Andrade gets inside, gets a little aggressive, I think Hurd could catch him. Jermell don't make mistakes, bro. So that's why I'm picking Jermell. These dudes are zoned the fuck out, the Charlo brothers. They're on some Kobe Bryant shit, but they box. So I'm not picking against them until somebody beats them. So that's what it is.
Well, I just going to have to be consistent. I got to be consistent. I got to be real to the Cornerman Radio fans. I'm rooting for Jarrett Hurd. I really hope you can beat Jermell Charlo. But right now, Jermell Charlo is a little bit more proven. Until Jarrett Hurd beats Trout, knocks him out, and beat his mandatory Cedric, maybe I can favor him. But for right now, I will have to pick Jermell Charlo. The next fight, Erislandy Lara versus Demetrius Andrade. This fight is long overdue. These guys, I don't know why they can't get together. I don't know why they can't let their promoters make this fight happen. They've been talking shit back and forth for years and years. A lot of people don't know that Lara beat Andrade in the amateurs. So this is the best top 5 fight we can possibly see, man. I really want to see this fight. The number 1 and the number 2 guy against each other. Andre's my favorite 154 fighter, and I feel like Andre is going to win this fight because he's going to press the fight more. We have seen Lara get draws and lose decisions because he doesn't press the fight. You know, he keeps being an outboxer. He doesn't do enough to win the fight. Getting draws with Carlos Molina, Vanz Martirosyan, guys he's supposed to beat easily. You know what I mean? He lost to Paul Williams and he lost to Canelo. Fights that he does win, but he doesn't press the fight. So I will have to go for Andre because he's going to press the fight. He's going to give the fans what they want. He's not going to run as much as Lara is going to do. So I'll have to favor my favorite 154 fighter, Andre. What's your take on it?
Yeah, man. That was a great breakdown. I got to say this. To me, I would have Lara, if he could be, I think Lara can beat Jermell. I think Jermell beats Hurd. I think Hurd can catch Andrade. But then I believe Andrade beats Lara. This is a styles make fights, man. All these guys bring a different style to the table, and they're all very close and good fighters, world champions. But this fight, Barzini broke it down perfectly. I believe I couldn't agree with you more, man. Andrade beats Lara to me. I said Lara can beat, Jermell. I think that would be because Jermell's going to box him. And if you're just boxing against Lara, but Andrade, his ranginess, his ability to close the gap, close the distance, and just throw more combinations, the judges are going to like that more, than Lara's pop-shotting. And it's backfired on Lara. If it's a close fight, you don't always get the decision. And, I'll just be taking the words out your mouth, man. I got Andrade moving on in this fight, man. So.
You remind me of Mauricio Herrera, never getting the decisions. All right, but next fight, Kell Brook, my second favorite fighter, versus Liam Smith for the vacant WBO title. Liam Smith said before he made the rematch with Liam Williams, he wanted to fight Kell Brook if the fight never happened. We already seen they spar on YouTube. So these guys got a familiar about each other. They have fought each other in the ring. But I gotta favor my special one, my special kid, Kell Brook. I don't know, maybe it's a biasness, but I just got Kell Brook winning this fight. If you don't like it, man, you don't gotta listen. I want y'all to listen, but I just got Kell Brook winning this fight, man. What's your take on it, Boxingeye?
This would be a 50-50 fight in my eyes. I believe this is an awesome fight. This is a fight that could easily end in a draw, and they do it again. That's how close of a fight this is to me when you just match up the styles and you think about them. It would be, Liam Smith trying to press the action. Kell Brook, holding heavy on his front foot, with the 1-2s. Liam Smith might be able to outwork him, man. He might be able to outwork a Kell Brook. He's been at 154 longer. Would Kell Brook be able to tire him out and do what Canelo did? I don't think so. I think close. I think it'd go the distance. But I think Kell Brook will win like a close decision. I see a decision versus the southpaw, Liam Smith, man. I think it's an intriguing fight, and I believe this is a realistic fight that really probably going to get made before we know it. Makes a lot of sense, and it'll be for a championship. So if it happens, WBO, right?
Yeah.
And Kell Brook will be a two-division champion. But I got Kell Brook winning that in a close one. Close, very close, by the skin of his teeth.
Okay. Next fight, Julian Williams versus Vanz Martirosyan. Man, this is really a 50-50 fight. If Vanz this is how you would score this fight: skill or power. We just saw Jermell knocked out Julian Williams in the third round. I couldn't believe it. Can he take Vanz's power? I don't know. Can Vanz take his skill, his outbox skill, defensive, hard like Bernard Hopkins, tricky style? I just would have to go with J-Rock. I don't know if Vanz will crack him. I really don't know. I just going to favor J-Rock. Maybe you can break this fight down a little bit more.
I mean, it's hard to pick J-Rock in this fight. This, out of the second round, they were all hard fights. But Vanz has been in there, and he somehow, he finds a way to keep a fight close. He's very experienced. I mean, he had a great amateur pedigree. I mean, but to me, he's in the later stage of his career. But then you got J-Rock, who really fell down the ladder hard against who I believe one day, I believe Jermell Charlo. I believe J-Rock shouldn't shake his head, man. It's on a similar status. I know Roy didn't, the way Jermell beat J-Rock was a lot better than Roy beat Bernard early in his career, but Bernard was able to rebound. J-Rock can rebound. But I can't just go, gun to my head, I almost want to pick Vanz. But I still believe in J-Rock, man. This one is killer to me. This one is a close. This is a split decision right here, man. I don't believe no one's going to be knocking nobody out. This is a tight fight. Stylistically, even hard to break down in my head. I mean, Vanz is the longer guy. Once again, and he'll bang with J-Rock on the inside, and he might catch him, man. I'm going to go with Vanz, man. I think Vanz will be able to pull it off. J-Rock's got to prove more to me. He's got to prove more to me before I pick him. And I do believe in him, but I just want to see him do it.
Okay, well, we're moving to round 3. We got a few minutes left, so we got to go a little faster.
Yep.
Round 3 in the 154 junior middleweight tournament. The next fight is Jermell Charlo versus Demetrius Andrade. Now, these guys been going back and forth forever, since 2014. The fight was set for December of 2014, and some way Demetrius pulled out of the fight. He said he wanted more money, whatever the case might be. He signed the fight in the for the next year in 2015. Jermell pulled out. So they've been back and forth. They've seen each other on press conference, having altercations in verbal talk. You know what I mean? Jermell saying he's a savage. And Andre is saying, why you looking up and down on me like that? Man, these guys really don't like each other. Jermell keep turning down the fight. He don't want to fight Andre. He don't want to give him that payday. He said it numerous times. But they got to fight each other. I'm going to pick Andre, man, winning this fight. What's your take on it?
To me, I'll be quick on this one. Semifinals, it comes down to me, stylistically, be a good fight. But this close of a fight, I'm really going off of whose chin I believe in better. And at this moment, I believe in Jermell the Charlo's chin, man. I believe in his chin and his ability. Of course, Andrade is going to be trying to be rangy on the outside, but Jermell's crafty enough, and I just think his chin's going to hold up, man. I believe in that fight will be so much fireworks, so much crispy punches. I believe Jermell will stop Andrade in the later rounds.
Wow.
When Andrade gets in close and starts banging with you, he's open. It's just the people that he's fighting against, they can't land. They can't seem to, really get that target. And these guys, Jermell, man, they're pinpoint, bong, left hook, uppercut, whatever it may be, overhand right. I just trust Jermell's chin, so I'm gonna go Jermell.
Yeah, we gotta hurry up though. The second fight in the semifinals, Kell, Brook, and Julian Williams. That's my picks for the round 3 semifinals. Whoa. I love my boy Kell Brook, and you got my Philly hometown Julian Williams and J-Rock. Man, this is a tough one, man. It's a tough one, bro. Oh, man. Damn, bro. I can't be biased on this one. I'm just going to favor J-Rock. So I'm just favoring him. But I really want Kell Brook to win. I'm going to root for him. I hope he can beat Julian Williams. But, man, I like Julian Williams, though. But let's go to your semifinal matchup.
Well, Kell Brook versus
Vanz Martirosyan.
Yeah, that'll be quite interesting if that ever would have happened. But I'd have to go. Vanz is bigger. I think Vanz will win that fight just off. I mean, Kell will probably give it a good go, but I could definitely see Vanz just being able to be the stronger guy in there for that fight. And it's close. It's a pretty close fight. But I got Vanz.
All right. Is the main event round 4 of the junior middleweight tournament. My winners are Demetrius Andrade versus Julian Williams. And I got Demetrius Andrade beating Julian Williams, man. That's all I see, man. I definitely see that, man. What's your pick for your main event in the junior middleweight tournament. Jermell Charlo versus Vanz Martirosyan in a rematch.
Yeah, there was much better fights in our tournament, but it just came down where these two are going with me, with the picks I had, and I'm gonna go with Jermell to repeat what he did the first time, maybe even better fashion. So,
yeah.
My favorite fight though in that tournament, man, there were so many of them. You know, the main event wasn't as sexy as some of the other fights, put it that way, by far. But each round was good.
Word. Your winner of this junior middleweight tournament was Jermell Charlo. My winner was Demetrius Andrade. So
did we have them? Did they ever face? Did we have them facing each other? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you picked Andrade. I picked Jermell.
Yeah.
That's the main event right there. That's the real main event. But we have picked different.
Yeah, they got history, man. Them dudes they got to fight each other some way, somehow. You know what I mean? I just can't wait. I just hope all these fights happen. As a boxing fan, you know what I'm saying? Like, give us majority of all these fights, or all these fights. You know what I mean? So many ways you can flip these shits. But you have anything else you want to say, Boxingeye? I think Boxingeye left. Well, we just finished the tournament, guys. I hope you enjoy the show. It's the Cornerman Radio. We are.